Hi, this is Ameila and Elizabeth, and we are here with Glenn from Shotgun Mistress. It's nice to talk to you again. Thank you for talking with us today. We really appreciate it.
Oh, thank you so much for having us on the show. As always, much appreciated.
Awesome. So your new album drops today. You must be excited.
Yeah, we're stoked. It's been a long time coming, that's for sure. We've been waiting a couple of years for this thing to find a release, and yeah, it's out to the world now, so it's out of our hands.
And how did you come up with your album cover?
Album cover wise, we're really bad with things like names and album covers and artwork. It's definitely an area that we sort of lacked in the past, but we've sort of tried to go a couple of different ways. The singles are really sort of bright and colourful and very sort of animated-esque type vibes with the singles, but this one for the album, because there's both sort of party rock tracks and down to earth sort of meaningful tracks. We kind of wanted more of a generalized album cover, I think, and just the logo itself has been through a couple of incarnations as well, so we figured we're all kind of comfortable with the logo now. I wasn't happy with the logo about 6 to 12 months ago, and everyone else was, but I think we rejigged it, and now we're all happy with it, and thought it was time to put it on show.
And your album drops today as well, so what can fans expect?
Yeah, well, currently it's sitting at, I think, number 8 overall on the album's charts, all genres, which is great. So there's heaps of artists like, Diesel and Tones and all those that have had new entries today. So we're absolutely stoked that we're there in number 2 on the rock charts. So I think people who are listening to the album, it's reminiscent of the 70s. We have one ballad on the album, so that gives it a pretty good indication of the fact that it's reminiscent of the 70s, because everyone had a big, massive rock album, fully hard-fledged tracks, and had one ballad. So we sort of took a page out of their books with that one. Stylistically, I think Motley Crue-ish. If we grew up loving movies like Rockstar and a lot of the piss take bands as well, like The Darkness and Airborne. So I think you're going to hear a lot of sort of influences through the album.
That's awesome. I'm sure everyone can't wait to hear it. And congratulations on being number 8 as well. That's amazing.
Oh, we're absolutely stoked. Didn't expect it, that's for sure.
And how did you come up with your video for Collide?
Collide, that was actually the brainchild of Alex Rawnjack. So Alex is the bass player for Electric Mary. They did a similar video for It's Alright a couple of years ago on their Mother album, I think. And Alex is an animator, so he obviously specialises in that specific realm of animation. So that's kind of his signature, I guess you'd call it. So obviously if you saw animations like that, you'd know it was him straight away. So we loved their music video, and we said, hey, can you do something for us? And he was more than happy to jump on board, and that's the end result, and I think it's amazing. He's done a great job.
And talking about Electric Mary, you're going on a tour with them, so what can fans expect from that tour?
Oh, lots of hard-fledged, old-school style rock and roll. I mean, Electric Mary are just dynamite on stage, so supporting those guys, we've got to be on our A game, that's for sure. We're absolutely stoked to be on the Aussie tour with those guys. We're going to be in Perth, Adelaide, Newcastle, Sydney, Wollongong, Brisbane, Tassie, and Melbourne, of course. I guess it's just up to the rock gods really to try and let us in the States during this current climate. But we kick off on the 6th of August in a few weeks in Perth, so we'll see how we go. We'll get there. It just depends on when, really.
And what can fans expect from your tour set list?
Well, we're sort of toying around with the actual album launch that we're penciling in for October. We're thinking of doing a whole album sort of perform it from start to finish if there's time. It's a 13-tracker, so we didn't want to bore everybody, so I think we might do some in order and then maybe just leave a couple of out. But yeah, that's sort of an idea for the concept of the album launch. But in regards to the gigs itself, the set list, obviously we're going to play all the singles and a few of our favourites. It's funny how when you start playing songs off the album, there's songs that always get sort of left off and maybe we're not vibing on them live as what we did in the studio. But, it's very similar to what it is on the album. We've tried to keep it as, live and rock and roll and not sampling behind tracks as possible sort of thing. So, yeah.
Well, I'm sure you have a few favourite tracks that you have to play as well, right?
Oh, definitely. I think Analyze is one of them. So Analyze isn't even one of the singles off the track. I absolutely love that track. My personal favourite to play is probably Bleed Me Out. And probably my favourite song is probably Meishi, because that's got more of a personal sentimental value to it. So, yeah, really excited to bring these out to everybody.
Well, we can't wait to see you somewhere on the road. I'm sure we'll catch you.
Yeah, please do. Yeah, let us know when we're in the area and we'll try and get you on the door for sure.
Sweet. And you're also converting a bus into a tour bus, so that's exciting. Can you tell us more about that? Yeah, 50-foot extravaganza. We're stoked. I've been toying with the idea for a while, and I guess it's something that Australia is missing. I think there's only one tour bus in Australia, and that's in WA, I think. So it's something that has been left open for a while. I know that Channel V used to have a tour bus that bigger bands from overseas and bands here that could afford it could hire out and tour around Australia. But since Channel V disbanded and MTV took over, the bus disappeared. So we thought, okay, let's give it a crack. So trying to bring live music back to regional areas as well, and there's going to be a lot of sort of we're going to try to get music back out to these areas, without obviously the cost of it, sort of thing. So, trying to bring rock music back into the limelight as well is a big focus for us. I think that's really awesome of you guys for doing that. I think that's cool. I can't wait to see where it goes. Maybe you'll have a fleet soon.
A fleet would be great, yes.
And so we'll ask you our signature question. So last time you said Audio Slave, Velvet Revolver, and Slasher Miles Kennedy for Meishi in their style, but we'll ask you our signature question again. So if you could have any band perform one of your songs, which band would it be? Which song would it be? And would it be in your style or their style?
Yeah, I'm trying to think of... you know what? I'd actually probably go for May She Never Walk Alone in Alter Bridges style, just because, look, I'm a massive Miles Kennedy, obviously.
Yeah.
I'm a fan, obviously, because of Slash, but, I guess some of the music style from that particular ballad on the album has traits of Alter Bridge. Dave's a massive fan of Alter Bridge. A lot of his, drums in that song definitely rings true when it comes to Alter Bridge, and I think melodically as well, and some sort of guitar parts in it that we sort of made. We sort of thought of Blackbird style in Alter Bridge. So yeah, I'd probably go with that this time around.
Okay. And you got signed to Golden Robot. Congratulations. So how did you come to get signed to them?
Yeah, thanks. Those guys have been just absolutely belters of labels. We've worked really well hand in hand together, working side by side, and they've been supporting us ever since we had this album available. We recorded the album about 2 years ago, and then we made a little online APK, and we shot it off to just about 4 or 5 labels, and 2 got back to us, which was great, and gave us an offer, and it's not very often you get to choose, so we're stoked that we got the offer from those guys, and being the first artist to be onto their sub-label Cultivator Records, we thought it would be a good opportunity to obviously
take the reins and be the very first band on a label. So we were really, really happy.
Congratulations, that's awesome. And do they let you do what you want to do, or do they kind of steer you in a direction?
I think it's a bit of both. I mean, they give us a lot of room to do our own thing, which is great. I mean, as you know, a major independent label goes, you know, it's hard to get that. So being able to have that, I guess, freedom to go out and promote your own stuff, but obviously, you know, they still have, you know, record label rules as well, which is fine. But we're completely happy with that because, you know, we work hand in hand together and we're both out to achieve the same things. So we're just extremely humbled and thankful to be a part of it.
And what's your favourite memory of watching someone else perform live?
Can you tell us a story?
That's a really good question. I reckon it would, and this is quite embarrassing, really, because I was in I think it was grade, about year 10 or something. I went off to a Bryan Adams concert on my own because none of my friends would go with me, and I went there and there was a cricket, like a little cockroach on the stage, and I think Bryan Adams was just talking about it, that's like the third one that he's seen on the Rod Laver Arena stage at once, and the moment he said that, I looked down and there was one on my fucking shoe as well. So it was really amazing coincidence, should I say so.
Well, I would go to Bryan Adams by myself too if no one else wanted to come with me, so...
Oh, thank God for that.
Well, you can't not go to a gig just because someone doesn't want to come. I think you should go and watch what you want to watch.
A guilty pleasure, exactly.
Exactly, right? And if you could play any festival in the world, which festival would it be and why?
Yeah... You know what? I'm happy with any festival as long as it's got some awesome bands on it that I can see as well. I think we're really close friends with the guys that put on Good Things Festival out here in Australia. So, you know, when it comes to Aussie festivals, that's number one for us. I mean, we would, you know, absolutely love to be on stage there. Overseas, though, as I said, I mean, they've got so many festivals, hey, and you know, being on any one of those ones, you know, your Killfest, your Downloads, your Rockfest, your Rocklahoma, all those ones are great. So,
so all of them.
yeah, all of them's great.
All
Why
of
not?
them is great.
All the festivals.
All the festivals. And what's your favourite memory with your fans?
Seeing people turn up to a gig in the first place, I think, is just an amazing feat. I mean, rock and roll lifestyle, especially out here in Australia. I mean, if you haven't done a million gigs in front of nobody, then it's not rock and roll, eh?
No.
But yeah, just anybody turning up, anyone supporting is memorable to us. I mean, even if there's just a couple of people there, we're just happy that the people that have turned up and they came in for us. I mean, we're the type of band that likes to turn up to gigs thinking that it's just a glorified rehearsal, so anything else is a bonus.
Nice. And is there any advice you'd give to any up-and-coming bands and in relation to getting signed and stuff?
I reckon utilise as much time and effort into the marketing and promoting of your music as much as what you would put in the time and effort into writing and recording the music. There's a massive gap in the promotion and marketing side of things, and it is hard and it's very tough to sort of, I guess, gauge what is going to work correctly for your band and, you know, who to choose to service music to radio or to distribute the music or to service it to Spotify sort of thing. But it definitely is a massive step that, you know, a lot of artists do miss out on, and that's sort of promoting the music and marketing it correctly.
And is there anything else you would like to say to your fans?
No, not really. Just thank you so much for the support. I mean, today, waking up to the news on the charts is just absolutely amazing. So I can't thank you enough. We're humbled. We hope you enjoy the music and we hope to see you out on the road soon.
Awesome. Thank you so much for this interview today. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
You guys freaking rock. Thank you so much for having us again.
Thank you.
And I can't wait to chat to you guys again soon.
Yeah, definitely.